Hey dolls, it's me, Wilma Fingerdoo, with, a new thing. I have been reviewing RuPaul's Drag Race for, 11 years. I know I need a life. I really need a life. But one of the things that has become expected in these series is when they allow for a mini challenge, aka not this season, thanks, not real friends who may or may not drive through WayHo. We usually end up with a quick drag moment, and the queens get 15 minutes to put that quick drag on. Some of them are amazing at it, and some of them, well, mud fences, I'm just going to say. But I thought that I would give myself that challenge. Now, I'm not in the workroom, but I do have an outfit picked out. I have a wig ready to go, like little things like that. So there's not as much bustle on my end. You heard me. But I figured I would just give it a go and see if I could get the makeup down. I have really nothing planned specifically. The only thing I thought that would give me an advantage is using one palette for everything. And I went through my palettes last night, just kind of casually. I looked at a couple that I wanted to use because the colors were all good. And then I thought this one, the Spectre by the Vivienne and Be Perfect, is perfect because it has everything. This is a one-stop palette. We've got contour, blush, highlighter, lots of black and white here. And then the color story's good. These highlighters or shimmers over here are all right. There's some really good colors in here. And I figured you want to use one palette to do this. You don't want to be going through and looking for stuff. I even thought, my go-to Trixie palette for blush, it's another thing to grab. So I just thought we're going to put it all on the Vivienne. If it doesn't work, I blame her and possibly Be Perfect. But I'm expecting that this won't be too bad. So I have my phone here. We're ready to go. I am going to set it for 15 minutes and there we go. All right. I am going to try and block just the edges of my brows. Not the whole thing, just the edge. I just want to, I have big, low eyebrows, and I don't want them to be in the way. So let me just get this started. We'll just do the outer edges. We don't need to do the whole eyebrow. A lot of queens, when they do their eyebrows, shave them off. They only shave the outside edge off. It gives them a lot of versatility. One thing I'm going to use to help make this faster is a hairdryer. You want that glue dry, or it's not going to work. You want that glue down, or it's not going to work. I'm just going to do this again because I think I have enough time. I like to roll my palms over the glue to really mat it all down and give it another little drying. A hairdryer is the best when it comes to drag makeup. You can use it on a number of things, especially with all the adhesives that we use. It's really a great way to dry stuff out. So I'm just going to powder out that outer brow. This is my e.l.f. powder concealer. I love that. And then I am not going to prime because it's an extra step I don't want to do, but I did moisturize today. Like, moisturizing is the best way to put a primer on your face. And then this is my Juvia's Place, Vienna. I normally do 2 tones of foundation to kind of start the contouring process, but I'm not doing that today. There, I think those eyebrows blocked out pretty good. Not great, but good. Putting on foundation, I could have smeared this with my hands, but I feel like I would end up with that foundation everywhere. And I don't want to make a bigger mess than I know I'm going to. I'm already at about 1.5 minutes. I'm also going to put this right on my eyelids as a primer. Trixie Mattel does this. because she puts her makeup on so quickly, like it's not getting a lot of time to dry. So, all right. This is as good as this is going to get. I don't want to spend more time on it. I am going to take, oh, all right, here's my eyebrow pencil. I just have a regular pencil. I am going to draw in a new eyebrow. I usually do a lot of tones with my eyebrow. I'm not doing that today. We're just going to go for it. But yeah, just drawing the natural line from where I blocked them out. I'm not trying to be cute with it. I'm just trying to get it down. Down, down, down. Do it. Do it. Do it. All right. I'm going to take one of my big Trixie Mattel brushes. I'm going into the black in the Vivian, and I'm not even playing here. I'm just going to put black in. This is why I like these Trixie brushes. They're so large. And same here. I'm also, the other reason I'm not doing a lot of time on my eyebrows is I picked a wig that will hide them specifically to help make this whole thing go better. And then I'm going to take this and this gorgeous purple, Joker purple. I just want to put some color. I do want to have some color on my face. Bring it right into here. If I have time, I'm going to try and blend a lot of this, but I don't want to waste any time right now. I'm going to take a dense brush. I don't even know what this is for, but I am just using this to put a color on my lids. Shut all of your faces. I don't need it to be perfect. I would just like to have that definition because I have small eyes. Just past the 5-minute mark. 6-minute. Coming up on 7 now, so halfway through, kind of. All right. Now I'm going to take this brush here. No, I'll take this brush here. I'm going to go in with this contour that's in here. Oh, this isn't as dark as I wanted it to be. Yeah. In retrospect, I could have gone with a darker contour. I don't have to contour my forehead because my wig has bangs. So we'll just do this. I'm going to take this blush that's in here, put that there. I'm also going to take some of the pinky reddy blends and put it back here just for depth. Yes, I'm taking time to do depth. Mostly because that contour disappointed me. All right. With my finger, you heard me, I'm just going to do some highlights right there. I'm also going to go back and take that that contour that sucked And I am going to... I'm not saying this contour sucked. It's just not as dark as I need it to be for what I'm doing. But there, we'll just put that there. I'm going to just pick up a bit of the darker brown that's in this palette. Do that. All right. More highlighter right there. Mixing the highlighter with the white that's in this palette for right here. Look at me being fussy. I don't want to look like I have a broken nose. All right, and then what do I need? Well, I'm going to need an eyeliner of some kind. I'm going to do this and this. I'm just taking my big jumbo NYX pen pencil. Nice and smooth. It's a fussy pen to use, I'll tell you what. But I do like the jumbo pencils from NYX. Especially for something like this. I think you can get in there quick. Do you know what I'm saying? Just going to take some of this purple and work out that black a little. Oh my God, 5 minutes. Oh God, oh God. I am going to try and line my lip just because she needs help. This is my darkest lip liner. I need to get a new one. All right. I've never lined my lips as fast. I don't even know if it worked. I'm going to go in with whatever this one is from Gourmand Girls. Yeah, that's fine. So pretty. This smells like candy. It's disgusting. I love it. Take some pink shimmer. Put it there. Eyelashes. Eyelashes. God darn it. Where's my eyelashes? This is that weave bond. Just going to take all the excess off. Stick it there. Put the excess on this one. No, it's too dry already. Make sure that that's so good. Good enough for Christmas. Let's get some earrings on. Clip-on earrings, fastest. What do we got? We got 2.5 minutes left. Oh, sweet God. My earrings are tangled. Oh, God. I've already made bad life choices. Have a ring, throw that on. Have another ring, throw that on. This is the wig I picked because it has bangs. Oh. And I'm already wearing my top. Look at this. All right. I got 2 minutes left. What can I do to finesse? I think what I will do is take that Jumbo NYX marker pencil. I'm just going to highlight this here. Just to help hide the eyebrow underneath. Highlight the things. I'm also going to take a blender brush, and just soften this out. I think that I will take, I just got a minute left. I'm just going to take a bit of that white, brighten up here. Here. And with 27 seconds left, I think that's as good as it's going to get. I'm just going to fiddle with my bangs. Last minute. What do we think? Let me just... pull this down. 3, 2, 1. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. There we go. Pause it. Well, what do we think? This isn't the worst makeup I've ever worn. It's not the best either. I think I used to do my face worse on purpose. But we got color on the eyelids. If I'd really been thinking about this, I would have put some glitter. There's a great little yellow glitter in here, gold glitter, that I could have put on the eyelids maybe to sparkle them up. You can't really see the green because of the eyelashes, but it's there. There you go, 15-minute drag challenge. I hate the fact that I'm just going to say I've looked worse. Probably as recently as last month. I don't know. My eyelashes went on better than they normally do. Would I have liked better contour on my cheeks? Maybe, but that's why I chose this wig. I chose this wig because it's hiding a lot of face. I didn't have to contour my forehead. I didn't have to really deal with my eyebrows. You can see my eyebrows, but they're not important. Do you know what I mean? And the best thing about this is one palette. I'll say this. This is a very busy palette. I think that my other option was to use a 9-pen palette, a rainbow palette. I have some smaller rainbow palettes. Gourmand Girls Vivacious is an excellent one. The Ugly palette is another great one. But I thought there was too much choice here. Like there was a couple of moments there where I looked down and went, oh, I don't know. I think the trick to doing quick drag fast is to make it easier on yourself. Hide a lot of your face with a wig that's banged and maybe straight down the sides. I mean, if this had been pulled back, this would look, you see how harsh that looks? But this way, you just get that red there. And I went down my nose quite broadly with the contour, but I knew I was going to go down the middle again with lighter, so it saves me that time. I didn't use a lot of liquid products either. It's all powders. Liquids sometimes take longer to dry. The eye makeup, I mean, this could be a lot better. But again, on camera, this isn't the worst makeup I've ever done. So, I don't know. Have you ever done a 15-minute quick drag, full face? Try to at least. I blocked my brows. I didn't block all of them. And if you get up too close, you can see that there's texture there. They're a little oatmeal-y. Like see, the minute we move the wig away, that's a harsh face. Do you know what I mean? Hurt, you guys! But bring it down, and immediately everything kind of makes either, if not a bit more sense, is less standouty. Do you know what I mean? So there you go. My option for the wig was my afro, which I love. But I thought this one was a better one to use just because it has, as I say, those bangs, hide those brows, just that little titchy touch. There. I don't know. What do we think? Anyway, yeah, let me know. Have you ever done a 15-minute? Have you tested yourself? Have you given? This is the first time I've ever done it. I have never done quick drag before. My lips are crooked. Look, I always end up looking like that. And it's because of the hand. I should do one side with one hand and one side with the other, and I think I would get a better rounded. But this is something I always battle with. I just didn't spend time correcting it this time. I used one foundation on my face. Usually I use a darker one at the perimeter and then a lighter one in here just to highlight this area a bit. I didn't use any concealer, but I used white powder from the Vivienne Scepter palette. And again, as I said, the reason I picked the Scepter palette, everything was in there. I didn't like this contour or this bronzer. I think that this is probably a bronzer more than a contour. What I ended up using was this color here, which is called, I don't know why I can never read them. Hot Chalk. This is Hot Chalk, and next to it is Salted Caramel. This Salted Caramel, I think, was too orange, but the Hot Chalk was good. I used it just under my nose to shorten it. I think that I would have done that instead of this for my cheeks for underneath, because you can't really see it. But again, it wasn't really necessary. Also, the other thing I didn't do, I didn't powder anything, but I was using powder products, which I knew would help set whatever. Not that it needed a lot of help to set, but, with quick drag, they're often in it for just a couple of minutes and it's done. So there you go. That's what as I said, I planned ahead. I picked my palette. I picked a palette that had the most of what I needed in it. I did block my brows and I helped things along with my hairdryer. The hairdryer is great for setting eyelashes on, especially if you're doing them quick. The hairdryer is also great for drying the glue. Once you get your eyebrows down, it's a great way to kind of give it that, just take the moisture out of it before you powder. And as I said, I knew what I was going to wear because I want to tuck that down more. But anyway, I knew what I was going to wear because it was, so I put it on first and then took it off my shoulders so I could paint and then just pull it on. I think that if I were doing quick drag in the workroom, I would definitely grab a Lycra top or dress or something and then take it off my shoulders and arms so I could paint and then just put it on last minute. Because you can be fussy with outfits with no makeup on, but the minute you got a face on, you got to watch, and that takes that extra bit of time. I think as it was, I had 20 seconds left. 20 seconds or so. I can't remember now. It went so quickly to fuss. So I did actually end up with a bit of time to do stuff. I mean, the other thing is I put on earrings, clip-ons, because they're easy. But then again, this is another wig where you don't need jewelry. I could have saved myself another 5 seconds putting on earrings. The stuff that I like to use, I didn't use liquid eyeliner because you have to wait for it to dry. These Jumbo pens by NYX, these are great. You can do a heavy lid. You could do a smoky eye with this. And then the white one, which for me is starting to wear out. Look at that. It's a nub. It's a little nub. But this is a great way to just quickly put some white on your face. I mean, look at that eyebrow highlight. That's not shimmer. That's just this. So there you go. What would I do to make it even quicker? I might use just a Juvia's Place foundation stick and then rub it in. But again, I didn't have to worry with my hands being covered in makeup. And undoing a sponge isn't the hardest thing. I knew that the foundation would take the longest to apply because that's the most thing you're putting on. And again, I'm just going to say these Trixie Mattel brushes, these are her like steroid smudgers. They are the best because they just literally, like you put that on as you saw, and you can just literally stamp out the shape you want. I did then blend it out a little. Also, I don't know what that one's for. I love this brush though, because again, I just stamped on that lid color. I didn't cut my crease. I didn't put any primer on. Trixie Mattel has used her primer. She doesn't use primer. She actually, when she puts her foundation on, which I think is Maybelline, it stays wet enough on her lid that it acts like an eyeshadow primer. It kind of gives it something to stick to. And I feel like that was the case here. Although I find the Juvia's Place, although it's not a drying foundation, it dries quickly. So it's not something I had to fuss with. But there you go. That's my 15-minute quick drag face. I'm putting the challenge out to you, especially any of you drag queens that are watching, because I know there's a couple of you watching. I want to see you do a 15-minute quick drag challenge. See how far you get, or what your look is like, or is it as good, better? Does it include earrings? I'm just going to say, use the tips I used or don't. I'd love to see what you all come up with. And if you'd like to help support this channel, there are links down below. Please subscribe to my channel. Subscribe is the word, because I would also appreciate that. Those are the two best ways to help support the Fingerdoo review: thumbs and subscribing. But if you'd like to do a little extra helping, there is links to my PayPal Tipperdoo, my Redbubble store, joining the Fingerdoo family on Patreon, and don't forget the ever-growing popular thanks button that's just below this window. Until next time, miss me! Mwah! Seriously. Oh, I forgot boobs. I have boobs ready to go. I'm just gonna throw them in now. They wouldn't take more than a couple of seconds to throw in, but I did have them on the standby. Oh yeah, see, that makes a world of difference. Can't you see the big difference those made? You can't even see them. I'm an idiot. But I did have them. I didn't want anyone to read me. You didn't have boobs. I have boobs. I have boobs without stuffing. I have boobs. Ugh. Never wear my boobs. They're a lot of work. I know girls have been saying that for years, but now that I'm using them, the boobs are a lot of work. Ugh. But now that they're in there, I'm all right.